Alrighty guys, this is Andrew, and welcome back to Overwatch, but wait, we are on the public test server. That's right guys, we made it in time before the huge wave of 7,000 players got on. There's a bunch of new changes to Overwatch. I'll link the full PTR patch notes down in the description, but for today, we're going to be focusing on the new hero, specifically on things that I've kind of tested out and tried out, things that I feel like you guys should know when you kind of step into playing Ana, the new sniper support class, mother of Pharah, and not Sombra, at least apparently according to the Overwatch Twitter page. Before you guys judge me on my terrible Ana gameplay, please bear in mind that this is just me dicking around with her for the first time on the PTR, and wow, that sounds incredibly dirty, but yeah, anyways. Be sure to check the description for a list of her abilities and what she does, because that is what we're going to be going into today for this video. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, first and foremost, she has her Biotic Biotic Rifle, which will heal or damage enemies in a damage or heal over time type fashion. So it's not going to be a burst type heal or damage like I thought it would be. According to the oversheet, it looks like it's going to heal for 75 hit points or damage enemies for a total of 80 damage. Now, what is interesting about this rifle is that you can scope in and out and you can still shoot the bolt action rifle. If you scope out, it will maintain perfect accuracy, however it will be a projectile based weapon. Whereas if you scope in, you can't jump and move around as fast or anything, but it will be hit scan. Now hit shots don't actually count, and from what I can see, the damage doesn't exactly change whether you're scoped in, out, or body shotting, head shotting, you know, whatever. It seems to be a pretty straightforward rifle. You can play pretty aggressively if you're up close and just spamming your hip fire. It's pretty accurate even while jumping. So pretty interesting change of mechanics here. You can play super aggressive with Ana if your aim is up to par, though keep in mind her projectile will be a projectile, so will have travel time, whereas if you remain scoped, you can't exactly move very much, and you can't jump, though it will be hit scan. Next up we have our Sleep Dart, which will put enemies to sleep for 6 seconds-ish, from what it seems like, 5 or 6 seconds. They can't exactly do anything, they'll be kind of laying down that animation, though if you damage them, they will wake right back up. The cooldown seems to be 12 seconds at the time of making this video, so it seems like a great shutdown type tool. Now it is projectile, so it won't be hit scan. The dart itself moves through the air rather quickly, though it's not exactly the easiest thing to aim with given the enemy is zigzagging or at a distance. It's great for shutting down McCrees or anyone else who's really channeling an ult. And yeah, it seems to be the target of a lot of debate. A lot of people are saying it's a little too strong, some people are saying it's just fine. In my opinion, I think it's okay. Maybe the cooldown could be a little bit longer, though I don't know. I think the Sleep Dart is pretty good for where it is right now. For me, I've been using it to set up some easy shots on flankers who try to kill me, or just to kind of get away from people, because it does last 6 seconds, so I don't know. In my opinion, I think it's in a good spot right now, but we'll kind of see how it plays out. Next up, we have our Biotic Grenade. Now this will have a cooldown of 10 seconds, and apparently it will deal damage to enemies, heal allies, and a small AoE. Allies will get a buff where they will have increased healing from all sources, meanwhile enemies will have a debuff where they cannot be healed. So in my opinion, this grenade is pretty decent. It's great for assassinating enemies that are just trying to rush to a health pack, because it will block them from healing. It's happened to me before personally. It's great for assassinating targets that are being healed, that are weak. Overall, I think it's a pretty good ability. It has some considerable range and decent AoE. It's not exactly that big. Now, Ana's ultimate is called the Nano Boost, which allows her to buff one ally, allowing them to move faster, deal more damage, and become more tanky. This is a really powerful ultimate, just because it will last 8 whole seconds. Now, if you cast it on Reaper or someone like Genji or Tracer, someone fast and flanking and does a shit ton of damage, this ultimate becomes ridiculously powerful, and this is another one where I'm kind of iffy on if it's balanced or not. I can only imagine how difficult it is to balance buffing type abilities, because when you're balancing this ability, it's not just in isolation to Ana the hero. You kind of have to take a look at every single ability, make sure the math works out so they're not too strong. So we may see some changes. That's just kind of my guess. If I was Blizzard, I would kind of keep an eye on this ultimate ability because it seems to be very powerful. And it doesn't take too much to charge up. I mean, I was getting it pretty often in my PTR matches. So who knows, maybe we'll see some tweaks from Blizzard before she gets officially released to live servers. Again guys, apologies for the shitty gameplay in the background. This is just from the PTR when I was able to get in. If you guys want to try out Ana for yourselves, go ahead and check out the PTR. Hopefully it's open by the time you guys are seeing this video. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. In my opinion, I think she's a pretty decently balanced hero. The one thing though is that, like, just from playing with her, I've been noticing that I've been focused too much on sniping enemies, which is probably not a good thing given that she does heal allies for a considerable amount of 75 hit points. And I mean, she can fire her rifle pretty quickly, so I can imagine her being a pretty decent healer if you can aim well. That's the thing. It's like, unlike Zenyatta, unlike Lucio, unlike Mercy, she requires quite a bit of aim to heal, to actually do her job as a healer. So I could imagine her to be somewhat more difficult to support with, and that a lot of new players like me will forget to actually support and heal allies and teammates. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Ana, some quick rundowns of what she does, some numbers for you guys. Obviously, this is recording at the time of her release on the PTR. Things are subject to change, so please be sure to check the date of this video. And before I close here, guys, be sure to check out the description for patch notes, as well as Ana's backstory and reveal trailer. Very awesome stuff. Go ahead and check that out. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you around.